How long before we start up the movement? How long we gon' keep letting them do us? How long before we start up the movement? How long we gon' keep letting them do us? How long before we say fuck this beat shit and grab them clappers? How long before we lose our voices shouting Black Lives Matter? How long we gon' keep letting them disrespect our president? How long we gon' keep letting them terrorize our residents? I'm sick of this shit, it's word to Bernie Mac. How long before we police ourselves, take our own streets back? How long for Uncle Tom here and hate on this shit? How long before they take a shot at me for making this shit? How long I gotta wait for justice for Josiah Shaw? How long we gotta fake it till we can take it and whack 'em all? How long we not gonna make these youngers pull their pants up? How long we gon' keep letting them shoot us down with our hands up? How long we gon' keep killing our own and making these streets hot? How long will what I say to you stay with you when the beats stop? How long's your attention span? How long you watch the news? You ain't down to shake shit up with the rebels for the cause? I ain't talking to you.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing this evening? Welcome to Provoked Thoughts, man. It's your boy Derek, and we are in the building, man. Mr. Provoked Thoughts is in the building, and guess what, man? I done had me a bloodbath, so I'm ready to go ahead and get me a Bloody Mary, so I can go ahead and, spill my blood all over this place. Man, look here, man. I promise you, man. When I sat there Saturday, I was actually on one of my favorite people, Mr. Unwoke Thoughts. I was in his on his channel, and he was doing, we were watching that speech that Trump gave to the auto workers, in Ohio, and he literally said, right before he said that they take his words and turn them around and all of this stuff. And then these clowns turn around and totally take one thing out of context, man. I'm talking about totally out of context, man. It was just crazy. They took one word and took it out of context. And, oh, man, it's going to be a bloodbath. And they lost their minds. And the far left spazzed. And, it's amazing to me that I've been watching this. I watched this with, R. Kelly when they took his words and flipped them on him. They do this all the time, man. And if they don't like you, you can't even fart in your private bedroom, and they ain't analyzing the scent. So it's amazing to me that they spaz like this. The only thing that I'm trying to do is get through the day, and these people are losing their minds. But it's funny to me that the media is now totally exposed. Totally, I'm talking about their slip is literally hanging here. And I've been saying this for a while, man. The media has not been telling us the real deal about a lot of things, man. They knew about everything as far as 9/11 was concerned, and I'm sure that they didn't tell us. There's a lot of things that they don't tell us, that they know that they have, exclusive information to, and it's all about control. It's all about controlling the narrative these people are bought and paid for, man. So for them to literally double down on a narrative, it's ridiculous. Is what we saw him actually say is what he's been saying the whole time. He has been saying this the whole time. It's fake news. They take your words and turn them fake news, fake news, fake news. And now it's interesting to me that some of these funky left people are actually starting to see it. We are going to enter Mr. Stephen A. Smith, man. And I like the jogging suit. The jogging suit's freaking fresh. But he's still, that hairline is still, way back in the days. He need to go ahead and cut that bull crap off. We're gonna keep this thing rolling. Hey, Noobs, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad. Just starting to wake up. The sun's going down, so I'm.
Yeah. You're a vampire. Have you taken your blood bath?
I have taken my blood bath today. I listened to Rachel Maddow and a couple of the other talking monkeys out there today, and so I do feel like I have been bathed in blood today.
You covered in the shit.
Oh yeah. You know, yeah. She was in pure fashion, and I guess ABC is the one that he's gonna go after now. And so I hope he goes after
Hey,
all of them.
look, he need to go after them. Then he need to go. Anybody that's talking that shit
Yup.
needs to get it.
Yup.
You know what I'm
Yup.
saying?
Yup.
You know, the blood of Jesus. Okay, this is about the blood tonight. It's all about the blood. For real. They brought it up. They want to fuck with it.
Yep.
They want us to be able to say what they want to say. They can say bloodbath 15 times in the mirror. But
And I'll tell you what, though, they were on it today, though, because as soon as as soon as the little liberal head started spinning around and puking all over social media and everything, they got nailed like right there. Wham!
it seems that we're getting a couple of people that are about as smart as us.
Yeah, I think it's not a smarts thing. I think it's
It's a
just
waking up thing.
yeah, it's like, oh man, look around and see what's going on around
It's
you,
like,
kind of thing.
it's one of those wait what moments. Wait what? Like,
Yep.
seriously, I mean, maybe you're not in a hateful moment for Donald Trump, and it's like, wait, what? Like, hold on. So this guy, not in a hateful moment. Let's go, Stephen A. Let's talk about it.
All right. Still to come right here on the Stephen A. Smith Show. Did you hear Donald Trump's comments on a quote bloodbath if he's not reelected? I've got several thoughts on that matter, plus calls, tweets, and then some up next. It's the Stephen A. Smith Show. Don't go anywhere.
Nope, it's the Provoke Thought Show. Don't go nowhere.
Back to the Stephen A. Smith Show right here over the digital airwaves of YouTube. I want to take a moment to get into a little politics because there was a website called The Spun that released an article about me, and it was entitled, quote, Stephen A. accuses the media of being unfair to Donald Trump. The subject of the article was a post, essentially one that I tagged to a video that was released by Elon Musk on a speech that Trump was giving the other day.
Jorge has always put the ones he loves first. But when it comes to caring for his teeth, he's let his own maintenance take a back seat. Well, maybe it's time to shift gears on that. Because Aspen Dental has the latest technology and equipment with a staff that goes out of their way to provide exceptional care, plus free.
What,
And when I
at the wheel over
responded
there?
and tagged Elon Musk's video, here is what I said. Based purely on this video, if it is accurate,
I beg your pardon, sir. I was choking on some of that good shit.
Aha!
Okay, we're gonna keep it moving. I'm sorry.
then it would be true. It seems real Donald Trump's words were taken out of context. Reading the headlines, I've read, fair is fair. I posted this in response to the owner of Tesla and X, the one and only Elon Musk himself, saying, quote, legacy media lies, end quote, in a post highlighting media criticism of Trump's speech. That was in reference to Trump's comment Saturday at an auto industry rally in Dayton, Ohio, y'all. An auto industry rally in Dayton, Ohio. One thing Trump did say was this. Listen for yourself.
China now is building a couple of massive plants.
Listen
where
to
they're
this,
going to build
man.
the cars in Mexico and they think that they're going to sell those cars into the United States with no tax at the border. Let me tell you something to China. If you're listening, President Xi, and you and I are friends, but he understands the way I deal, those big monster car manufacturing plants that you're building in Mexico right now, and you think you're going to get that, you're going to not hire Americans, and you're going to sell the cars to us. Now, we're going to put a 100% tariff on every single car that comes across the line, and you're not going to be able to sell those cars. If I get elected, Now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole. That's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That'll be the least of it.
What did I do? The fact of the matter is,
All right, before this receding motherfucker start talking, let me go ahead and get in here real quick. How in the hell, noobs, my friend, can you misconstrue that?
You can't. And nobody did. I mean, nobody from the media did. I'm sure that they got a few suckers, to take the bait whenever they posted their headline or, their talking point or whatever. But nobody in the media believed this when they put it out because they, I'm sure, being journalists, air quotes, watched the entire thing before
Stop
they
it with the
commented
bullshit.
on it. Yeah.
Stop it with the bullshit. This is not journalism. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah.
The shit that
So-
he's doing, look, the shit that he's doing right now is not even journalism.
Did you happen to see, and if you didn't, I'll look it up while you're doing other things. Did you happen to see Benny Johnson's intro to this matter?
Oh my fucking god, yes.
Yeah, so he showed all the talking heads, in progression on the screen, like
Talking
MSNBC,
about
ABC.
bloodbath.
Yeah, just all saying the same things as he's filling the screen with these robots who are repeating the exact same thing. And it spread, it was just out there, like right now. It's like they had it planned. It's like couldn't wait till showtime. And then man, they just got smacked down like
I mean,
right now.
We've been knowing about legacy media. We've been knowing about these different media outlets that parrot the same narrative all across the country and own different local stations. Because if you want to control people, it's not about ABC. It's about Channel 6 and Channel 42 and Channel 37.
Yep.
That's what it's about.
And well, what it's really about is they just say whatever they want, and if they get it out there fast enough, then that becomes the story.
Absolutely. The one that's first is the truth.
Yep, that's how it has been, and this is when because we've talked before about how the instantaneous communication of the interwebs is a double-edged sword. Well, this time it came and bit them in the butt.
I mean, because the thing about it is that Donald Trump prepped us when he said the dictatorship thing that he said on purpose in the town hall meeting so that they could spin it. And he said that they're going to go, this one right here is going to go crazy over that one. Do you remember that when he was in the town hall?
Yep.
And he literally pointed to the guy like, this one right here is going to go crazy over that one.
Yeah.
And I saw it and I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, he knows. So I'm kind of aware that he knows because he warns us. If you go a little bit further back in that speech, he talks about how they turn his words around.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. And I think everybody's pretty much familiar with this by now.
He is absolutely hyper aware of what he's doing.
Yep.
They're fucking themselves by reacting. Literally.
Yep.
He was talking about an economic bloodbath. Damn right.
In the car industry specifically.
In the auto industry.
Yeah.
I've heard that term so many times and it didn't mean anything violent. Hey. A female tell you it's that time of the month. Oh shit, it's a bloodbath in there.
Yep. And
I remember. Look, okay, so fuck that shit. Okay, I remember when I was a kid, when I was a little baby boy, maybe about 3 or 4 years old. And shit, I was playing in the tub. Back in the day when kids could take baths together, and it wasn't really, it was, you having fun, playing with toys and shit. So I decided to stand up and jump around and shit. Not even thinking that the bottom of a tub is slick, especially when there's water in it. And I fall and bust my shit and bleed all in the water. So as a kid, I know what a bloodbath.
Man, man, I can't believe we sat here and waited for all of that. What?
Yeah, but when I was in the bloodbath.
Oh, brother.
You know, sometimes I can be an asshole, but it was funny. You can't deny the humor. You know, if you, and this actually happened. I'm not lying.
Yeah. Oh, I believe you.
It was a bloodbath.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm telling you,
We get it.
it was a blood. I'm just trying to how moronic, how remedial can you be to try to coax the American people into believing that shit? And basically, what you're saying is you think that everybody that watches you is fucking stupid.
And not just that, because some folks might be wondering what's this got to do with your channel and that sort of thing? Because this is the same thing that they pull on everybody. Everybody who gets in their way, everybody who doesn't talk their talk or walk their walk is going to face this same kind of just, dishonest characterization until they stack up enough BS and they get enough people to believe it to get some BS conviction.
Absolutely. It's amazing that people are just now catching on. Come on, Stephen A. I want to see you have your meltdown. I don't know why his barber doesn't have a meltdown. You see how far back that goddamn lining of his fucking hair goes? If I was his barber, I'd be like, look, dude.
It's over.
I'm done. It's time for me to retire.
I think he should just go ahead and do the cornrows.
Oh no, he just needs to shave it off. I mean, where that first wrinkle starts, that's actually maybe about a little bit above. That's where his hairline's supposed to be. That shit is in the middle of next week. It's like, good Lord, shit.
He kind of looks like Joe Brandon's image there in his avatar.
I promise. I mean, the roof. You can see the sunroof is back on that fucking shit.
Yeah, we give him some sunglasses.
Oh, the sunroof's back. Oh shit. Oh my God. Let's keep on going. He's gonna melt down.
When you watch the headlines talking about Donald Trump, they were mischaracterizing his comments. Yes, he said what he said, but it was taken completely out of context because he was talking about the auto industry.
Not only is he going to melt down, he's going to damn near
he's not elected.
endorse.
It's going to be problematic in terms of doing business with China as it pertains to the auto industry. I don't take it back. I ain't backing up 1 inch. What the hell is going on here? Let me tell y'all something. I'm really getting sick and tired of people mischaracterizing my quotes. This is the beauty of having my own platform and saying what I want to say and what I need to say, only for this perspective of quoting me accurately and contextualizing what I say accurately. Then do what you want. But any given time that I want to, when you mischaracterize what I say, I'm going to come back at your ass.
Yup.
That's what I'm going to do. Let me be very, very clear. For all of you Democrats out there that swear up and down, I'm some damn Trump supporter because I call it like I see it. I didn't vote for Trump in 2016. I didn't vote for Trump in 2020, and I damn sure ain't gonna vote for him.
You a dumb motherfucker then.
In 2024. And if you really, really want,
I hope you sit at home, because if that's the case, then don't nobody need your fucking vote. Yeah. Because the thing about it is, you literally see the shit, and you still so fucked up that I can't see get your mind right. You know what the fuck is going on. You're melting down. You're melting. He's literally losing his shit. He don't know.
And so now what he just told us is that, geez, I sure am mad, but I ain't gonna do nothing about it.
Look, check this shit out. He don't know shit from Shinola. I'm sorry I beat my table, people, but that was funny as fuck. I had to beat my table. He doesn't know shit from Shinola. He's done. He's going to convert. This is a black man and know the truth, but his mama voted Democrat. His daddy voted Democrat. And all his grandparents did that silly shit. And he's just stuck. That's crazy. Wow. But you're a sportscaster, but I feel you, bro.
My history, let me take it a step further. I voted for Michael Dukakis versus H.W. Bush, even when he tried.
How that turned out.
Yeah.
How the fuck did that turn out? Okay.
To hoodwink everybody and use those Willie Horton ads that ultimately worked for him. I voted for Bill Clinton, not once, but twice.
We all know who Bill Clinton is. For real, you know.
Yeah.
We know.
Down that road. Yeah.
Good Lord. Oh, it's not looking good.
Yeah.
For who he voted for. Oh, shit.
I voted for Al Gore.
Oh, well,
My goodness.
Oh, God. I think this was when I was just sitting on the couch. I'm like, fuck it, man. I don't even give a shit. Wait a minute, hold on. Yeah. If that was, Al Gore, I ain't give a damn. Matter of fact, when I was in the military, I was very staunch at voting, and I was voting Democrat because that's what my parents did. So I voted for Clinton. I regret it.
Yeah, I'm a little bit older than you, and so I was already wise to that shit before Clinton came around.
Lord, what the fuck? Like, it's crazy. Everybody he's voted for is a stupid son of a bitch. Like,
yeah.
Oh my God! If he say he voted for John Kerry, I'm just gonna like shit myself.
I hope he doesn't do any horse racing. That's all.
Oh fuck! Yeah, because it's a bunch of losers in this shit.
Man.
First time I heard about what is it? Leaning chads at the voting booth, hanging chads rather. I don't know this stuff, but I voted for Al Gore. Yes, I did. I voted for John Kerry.
Oh shit, he did.
Oh boy,
he did it. What the fuck, man? Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. A lot of this shit, I like to watch with you live because I want to have the response of immediate pleasure. I need the pleasure. I knew this video existed, but I wanted to wait until I came and kicked it with you guys so my reactions could be genuine. This shit's insane.
And so in his head, there's only one component, that is doing this, and so right now, he's laying that blame just at the feet of the mainstream media, like they're not being controlled from the outside. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's like you are and he knows that they're controlled from the outside because he works for the mainstream media.
Yeah. Or who signs your paychecks, buddy?
You try to play both ends against the middle, and the only reason why you can kind of speak the truth is because you're on YouTube just like me.
And what network does this guy work for?
ESPN.
Oh, and they belong to who?
Disney.
Disney, and what other networks are associated with Disney? Who else do they own?
Fucking what's it, Disney? Well, ESPN.
Yeah,
Disney, ESPN, ABC.
Okay. So yeah, so it's even the people in his own network of companies, that are doing this to him.
That shit's hilarious. Jeez, come on, Stephen A. Get your life together, bro.
Yes, I.
You can see he's melting, though. Can't you tell?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you damn right, I voted for Barack Obama not once but twice.
Oh yeah, I did it too. I mean, you gotta give me. I'm black. I mean, if I didn't vote for Barack Obama, I was silly. You know what I'm saying? If I had to, I wasn't thinking.
I voted, well, in fairness though, now I voted against Barack Obama both times, but when he became the president the first time, I was like, man, I hope this guy is what he says he is, and so, I was cautiously optimistic, but by his second term, when he got reelected, I was just mad. I was just pissed off.
That's really when he just took his pants down and took a major shit on everybody.
And you know what? And it's not like, and it's another one of those things where if people were paying attention, because I mean, even the hot mic sound clip between he and Putin, where he's explaining to Putin, and this is in his first term, he says, hey, once I get reelected, I'll have more, flexibility, to, take guns away from Americans and, shit like that. And I'll have to find you that clip if you haven't seen it.
My goodness.
But and I couldn't believe that after all the time he got caught with his pants down that he got reelected. But again, we didn't really know until 20.
You know why? You know why he got reelected? Let me tell you a story about a lady. She was homeless. Me, Sasha, Malia, we go see her. Change is good. God bless America. That's why. Empty rhetoric. Am I
And
lying?
a lot of media cover. A lot of media cover.
He was smart, clean, and articulate.
And part of the establishment.
Hand-picked. He came out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that dude.
Yep.
I had never seen him. I had never seen him before that convention. Look, he was in Chicago. I used to go to Chicago. I mean, nobody was
funny
talking about this.
I think some of his colleges had never heard of him before either.
I mean, what the? And so the reason why he roasted Trump at that fucking dinner is because he had to. He had no choice. He had to defend himself somehow because the jig was up. Who is this dude? Barack Hussein Obama. And I'm not blind to the fact that when I'm having something placed in front of me, here, accept this. Who this dude? Because even as a black person living in the hood with other black, who this dude you bringing to me? Seriously.
Well, whatever it was, it worked.
It worked.
And
But
now,
hindsight 2020.
But now we also, we are sitting here even after knowing, all the silliness that went on with the election in 2020. We are assuming that, Barack Obama won both elections fairly. Because I mean, I don't think 2020 was the first time they started cheating. You know what I mean?
You don't think he won fairly?
I don't know. Now everything is tainted. Is actually my point.
And I'm gonna say, and I've said this, and this is a provoked thought if it ever was one. America's pastime is baseball. The Houston Astros figured out a way to steal games in 2017. What did they win? The World Series. Because they figured out a way to know what pitch was coming before it got there. That is half of the battle. If you already won half the battle and you actually can hit, good Lord. They had an amazing season, won over 100 games, and went on to dominate the playoffs, all while somebody was watching a monitor in the dugout, in the breezeway, beating on a trash can 2 times if it was a curve, 1 time if it was a fastball, and 3 times if it was a changeup, and nothing if it was another pitch or whatever the case may be. Craziness. So you mean to tell me that people can't figure out ways to cheat at things that are extremely American?
Yeah, and I think it's been going on for a lot longer than folks have been,
Absolutely.
cognizant of it.
People in every single industry is trying to figure out a way to get an advantage, whether it is fair or unfair.
And along that line, what do you think of the TikTok ban?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think that somebody's right to see because what's next? Pornhub? If that happens, I'm just gonna fucking snap.
And see, therein lies the problem, because do I think it's a good thing to not have everybody's metadata sent to the CCP? Yes, that is a good thing, but at the same time, what controls are we handing over to the government over social media in order to do that?
I mean, because we never read the fucking fine print. Real quick, we gonna go ahead and segue. Big Vibe, what's going on?
What's going on? I'm listening, man. I would say I think it was some bullshit in the game with Obama. I think it could have been with the re-election of Obama. And the reason why I say that, one of the biggest things he had going for him his first run was the first black president. So
And being an unknown.
Yeah, being unknown, first black president. A lot of black people were voting not because of what this man was offering or what he was saying he was going to do. They were voting simply because, it's our first black president, and they thinking that, a president is going to get in there and do so much. But I think when the second election came around, black people were pissed off because what they thought was going to happen, none of that took place.
None of it.
I mean, I was surprised when he got reelected for a second time. Honestly, I was shocked.
Yeah, you and me both. Because I did not see the steam, the excitement at his rallies and that sort of thing.
Right.
There was just no energy in his reelection compared to his first election. And then when it came out the way that it did, it's another one of those cases where I'm sitting here looking at the screen going, how is this even possible?
I think a lot of people in our community was devastated. It's like they didn't understand. They don't understand. The president doesn't have the type of power that you think he has.
Right.
There's a system of checks and balances, bro. I mean,
well, and not just that, but when you do something at the top, you're not going to see the effect of that for like right away.
No, because the president before him, bills that he put into place still have to run its course.
Right.
Right.
So for our people to think like, Obama, he's just gonna get in there and make a change for us. No, it doesn't work that way. If the boss is not with you, then you're not really gonna be able to do anything. If everything that you want to do, they going against, so you're not getting the votes that's needed to put it into action, then you just in there.
Yeah, which brings up, something else that has always just driven me crazy. Typically the American people, they don't make a choice. So they'll vote one way during the presidential election, and then they'll vote another way during the midterm elections. And I understand the thought process, trying to keep that parity, but now we've got how many hundreds of people in the Congress, in the Senate, in the executive branch that aren't doing shit except running their mouths on TV.
Not a fucking thing. So check it out. I need to see Stephen A. melt a little bit more. I like this. He's melting.
And I voted for Hillary Clinton. And I voted for Joe Biden, despite the...
He has a fucked up history of voting. Good Lord, he voted
Not only that, he has a fucked up hairline as well.
Man, this motherfucking shit is way back in the days. He could look, man, that shit. Oh God, it's George Jefferson, baby. Yes, sir. George Jefferson will be proud of that. Yeah.
Crime bill leading to mass incarceration for minorities in this country, although it was entirely his fault because you had the Congressional Black Caucus pushing him to do it. But he bragged about how it was his bill, until it wasn't politically expedient for him to do so. I've been voting for Democrats, but hey, I'm a fair-minded individual. And when Republicans make sense, I'm gonna give them credit for it. When they're right about something, I'm gonna give them credit for it.
Since when?
There's plenty of Republicans other than Trump that I would have voted for, and I wouldn't have apologized for it because I don't have.
Who, Nikki Haley? Another loser. He's lying. He's melting. You see, he's melting like a motherfucker. I'd have did no. You wouldn't have did shit, but voted like your mama voted, bro.
Hey, but you know what? Our sister Niecy Mo sent me something today, and I was just talking to my girl about it. I say to see Louis Farrakhan stand behind Trump, it's over.
You know what? And I've seen that. You know what I'm saying?
It's over with.
I've been knowing about that video for a minute. I haven't really.
It's not just that. It's Bizarre World.
It's crazy.
It's Bizarre World.
What he said, Trump is not what they thought he was.
Right.
And they can't stomach that shit.
Right.
Man, you know what? I'm gonna tell you like this, and since it's so damn connected, I gotta bring my boy R. Kelly into this. R. Kelly has a very, very good line in a song called I Don't Mean It. He said, what was straight is now slanted because I took you for granted. Think about that for a minute, y'all. And we're going to watch this hairline melt some more.
Happen to disagree with every conservative policy. But just so we're clear, I'm a fiscal conservative and I am a social liberal.
What in the hell is that? Somebody, Noobs, can you?
A social liberal? I think he just said he's a commie.
What in the fuck?
Yeah, so
what is commie? What is that?
Communist.
Communist.
Yeah,
okay.
Bernie Sanders kind of guy.
Yeah. Communist. Yep. Okay.
Oh shit! Just
unapologetic about it. What does that have to do with y'all not telling the truth? See, at the end of the day, let's just call it what it is. Trump is handing it to y'all.
Yes, sir.
All you Democrats out there are walking around acting like it's somebody else's fault that in the year 2024, you're begging a soon-to-be 82-year-old incumbent to run for re-election and win for
These are facts.
Damn, he went off on Joe like
I can't say it no better myself. That's y'all fault. Yeah, what happened? Y'all couldn't find another Obama? What happened? Y'all should have called The Rock or some shit. I don't know what the fuck y'all was doing. He had a whole TV show called Young Rock where he was pretending to run for president. Y'all should have let The Rock come on and do what he needed to do. People love The Rock. What did you do?
You know, they poster boy fucked up and got locked up.
Oh yeah, Avenatti got locked up. Man. Look, I don't know if you tuned in on Sunday, but me and Noobs got it all the way in on Michael Avenatti.
Mm-hmm.
We got it all the way in. We broke that shit down to the point where Michael Avenatti is probably know who my name is right now, and then Noobs turned around and told me that Donald Trump got a P-tape scandal.
Yeah, they did the same thing to him that they did to R. Kelly, and it didn't work in Trump's case. But you know, it's the same things over and over and over again. You know, and it's like you know, when we were talking about all these wannabe DAs. I mean, they really are kids. You know, none of them been in the game long enough to know shit from Shinola. And so somebody else is pulling their strings and telling them what to do and when.
You know, I'm so glad that I brought that terminology up. I don't think a lot of people bring that shit from Shinola thing up. I'm so glad that came up because that's some good shit. Now, this motherfucker is losing it. He's actually fighting it on his show what he really needs to do. You need to come on in, baby. Go ahead, Stephen A. You know you want to vote for Trump. You know you want to say Trump 2024. You want to go online and buy some gold sneakers to go with that motherfucking Nike outfit. It would make it even more fresh, sir, but you would have to go ahead and do something about that stupid looking ass hairline, sir. We're going to keep it moving.
Because you haven't had a damn soul that can take them. 4 indictments, 91 counts, 2 impeachments, civil suits against them, elevating above $400 million.
Take the red pill.
And he's still winning. He's still winning. Still winning. He's can't you see he's yelling because he don't know what to do. He cussing about Big Five noobs. Oh my God, he is so upset. Why is he so mad?
Well, you know, we have explained before why he's mad. This is what it sounds like when you don't have a rational explanation for the things that you did or said.
Hey, this is what it sounds like when it's a bloodbath. Provoke thoughts.
That is a fact. He secured the GOP nomination.
Shout out to Joe Biden with the whisper.
You got him ahead in all the polls as we speak. You've got him elevated according to the polls in the world of Hispanics and blacks more so than ever before. Not to say that those numbers are going to be exorbitant, but it'll be
shit. Black people, you know what's crazy? Y'all act like a black person should be ashamed because they want a stimulus check. Noobs, do you want a stimulus check?
I already told you how I felt about the stimulus checks.
You thought it was bullshit, but
it is bullshit
but I don't give a damn. If you're gonna give the money to Ukraine, you might as well give it to us.
That I do agree with. But in this case, both are being done, and so they're printing money faster than you can imagine.
So this is my point. Stop giving the money to Ukraine, and for hard-working people in America, pay them what they are really worth for their time.
It's not even that. I'll go a step further because let me tell you.
Let's do it.
The guy working the French fries at McDonald's is not worth $20 an hour.
You know what? If I don't want my motherfucking burger to hit the floor, yes.
No, it's not.
If I don't want him spitting on my shit, yes.
That's a starter job.
Let me tell you something.
You need to progress after that. You know, you don't stay in that job flipping burgers forever. That's not a career.
No, absolutely not. But the thing about it is that the standard rate for survival in the United States of America is $33 an hour. You can go and look it up, noobs. I swear to God.
And that's fine. I understand all of that. But what I'm saying is that McDonald's is not the job that you go get, you know, to support your wife and your family. That's the job that you get during the summertime when you're still in high school or when you're working part-time at college.
You know how many people pull up at McDonald's? They're making money. This is $1 trillion business. They can pay their employees.
Well, then you know what's going to happen as a result is that every time you go
it doesn't have to happen. It doesn't have to happen because the reason
it's going to cost you $30 for you.
I'm cool with where the prices are right now, but you know how you can offset that? Lower the fucking gas prices, drill and frack in our country, and we can handle that. That's something that we can sustain. What we cannot sustain, noobs, and this is the first time we kind of on the opposite side of shit, and I like it. But what we can't sustain is people coming over here by the fucking hundreds and thousands and months, millions over the border, getting the jobs that other people want or need. We can't sustain that shit. These
all
people,
of that is true, but that has nothing to do with paying, an
but if
exorbitant
you
amount of money. Wait, for unskilled labor, and
unskilled
that's what
man,
that
shit.
is.
I don't want anybody frying my fucking chicken. I want somebody that ain't gonna give me salmonella. And to cook is a skill. My sister's a cordon bleu chef.
That's not cooking. Your sister is your sister deserves what she gets paid. You know what I mean?
They have a McDonald's University though, bro.
But they're not going there to McDonald's University to learn how to make the perfect Whopper.
So I think that they need to. So if all of that, and we can pull all that into a ball, and we can agree to disagree on some of this shit.
Oh yeah. But hey, you remember the movie Demolition Man?
Yep.
All right, you remember what was the big restaurant in Demolition Man?
McDonald's, right?
No, it was Taco Bell.
Oh, Taco Bell, yeah, fuck.
Yeah, and so you went into Taco Bell. They paid only the richest people, in this society could afford to go to Taco Bell, and you got this tiny little portion on your plate. That's what it looks like.
Hey,
That's what it's going to look like.
You know what's fucked up? And I hope I'm dead when that happens. You got a point.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Okay, my bad. Like I said, this is provoked thoughts. This is not provoked facts.
Yeah.
And I can take a hit when I can take that hit, and he can, and we'll take it. I mean, okay, fuck it. We can agree to disagree. I think that you might have won that one. Touche.
I want poor people to be able to go to McDonald's.
Touche, motherfucker, because I do be pissing and moaning for paying motherfucking $12 for a fucking number 4 or number 7, which is 2 fucking cheeseburgers that used to be 99 cents.
And then you get it. It doesn't look anything like it did on the menu board. It's all squished down, and the shit's all slopping out of it. And it always goes down your shirt because it's stuck to the little wrapper that it's in.
Man, I swear to God. Oh my goodness. So, okay, all right, fine. And I appreciate that. I'm glad, and that's one of the things about this channel, just to segue through before we go back to Stephen A. Smith's hair falling out again. And it's all about how we want, and I want, to have tough conversations. There's areas where I might need to know certain shit. But one thing that I agree on is this motherfucker's having a meltdown. Maybe we might not. Okay, so let's say, I think that I deserve $33 an hour, but I'm an IT person.
And you went to school, right?
Yes, I got a CompTIA and every fucking thing.
Right, and you went and you paid your money and you paid your dues and you had, other jobs that gave you experience up to that. And that's what I'm talking about, What do you got to do to go in and put some fries and some oil? You know what I'm saying? That's not a career. That's where you start. That's where you start gaining your job experience.
Although there are people that have become millionaires, but like I said, you got to start somewhere.
Now, I understand people who become managers and then they become executives and regional.
So there's a guy from Gary, Indiana, that and I'm gonna tell you, this is a big dude. I'm talking about this dude probably weigh about 450 if you weigh a pound. So that means he eats good. His name is Big Daddy. They call him Big Daddy. And he has a barbecue place. Somehow, some way, he figured out how to make the best ribs with the best sauce and everything. And now he has like 4 stores. Steve Harvey, which is somebody that I could take a leave at this point. But he's great on Family Feud, make me laugh my ass off. Endorsed him for being one of the best restaurants in the Chicagoland area. And I can attest to the fact that it probably is. So, cooking, I know what you're saying. You got people who are on an assembly line, and then you got people who actually prepping shit.
Yeah, and it's not just that. Like your sister, you know,
Yeah. Yeah,
she
she has her
started.
own business. So
Yeah, but she started somewhere. She started somewhere
she
in the
went to
local.
school.
Exactly. And so she progressed in that, and then of course, her pay increases, the better she gets. How bad and this is just a question. How bad do you got to be to work at McDonald's for 30 years and you're still flipping burgers? How have you not
I would
progressed?
hope not. I would hope you would be a fucking general manager.
And that goes along with what I'm
Good
saying, how,
Lord.
not everybody at McDonald's should be making $20 an hour, because the
Yeah,
product
I
that you're
mean,
getting.
I know that there's people at McDonald's that are making $150,000 to $200,000 a year.
Yeah, I can't even imagine what it's going to be like in California once that thing goes in place. Because,
I don't even want to know what the gas prices are like in California now.
well, not just gas, but they just passed a bill in California to make all the minimum wage $20 an hour. And so
You know
that
what
dude
though?
what's that?
I don't know if that's the most fucked up thing. I think that, you know what? I think the prices need to come down.
How are you going to make the prices come down if you're going to make the minimum wage go up? Because now your cost to operate just went from what? You were paying somebody, some brand new kid, $8.50 an hour or whatever the minimum wage is. Now you're paying them $20 an hour. And so you have to recoup that cost somewhere. You're going to have to pass it on to the customer.
It's
And the
crazy as
customer is going to
hell.
have to pay more. And that's why this doesn't work.
So it's kind of
That whole,
insane. It's kind of
yeah.
insane to know that I'm, by all intents and purposes, not born in 1978, late 70s baby. Growing up where I could see gas at 65, 70, 80 cents a gallon.
Well, gas is a big driver.
When I literally started driving in the 90s, gas was 92 cents a gallon. When I became an adult and bought my own car, it was 99 cents a gallon. The crazy thing about it is, if you were making $4.25, that was considered minimum wage. If you made $7.25, you could afford a car note, an apartment, a girlfriend. At $7.25 an hour, and I'm talking about 1997. It's a long way away for a lot of people. I didn't even have a child at that point. I had a child 2 years later. But sheesh, to know that we are now at a point where, and I'm in an industry right now where I can literally name my price. I can get to that standard of $33 an hour if I ask for it. Honestly, I don't think that's what it is. I think that with budgeting and property, I think you could be okay. Because right now I'm not making the best amount of money and I'm able to pay rent and the fucking car note, and I'm like, how in the hell am I doing it? But if you know how to budget your money, you can make a lot of things happen.
Well, yeah, and I think everybody has had, to adjust.
And especially with COVID, if you ain't learned how to play with your money and call people and communicate, I don't know what you've learned. You sat there on your ass and didn't do a damn thing.
That's a lot of what I did, but I'm mostly semi-retired, so.
Yeah, I want to be semi-retired. You know what I want? I want Provoke Thoughts to be the shit. I really do. Stephen A., I need you to go crazy again. Let's go crazy. Let's get nuts. I ain't done with Stephen A.'s ass because he is converting. This is like somebody giving their life to Christ and they fighting. But what about the females? What about the ladies in the strip club and the club? You got to give it all up for Jesus.
Be just enough to get him reelected. And because I'm sitting here and pointing out to you that you're getting in your own way by trying to fabricate or embellish stories in such a fashion where you could easily get caught, exposed for your miscalculations or your flat out lies, and something that he is going to use to his advantage to get reelected. I'm wrong.
You're not wrong, sir. You need to just come on home.
I'm wrong because I'm calling out how you don't know how to beat them. That's the problem. I'm no political aficionado.
Exactly. You're a sports analyst.
But I've been on the record saying I'd love to go against Trump in a debate.
You lose.
You know how embarrassing that is that I could say that?
You can't.
Because he beat y'all. You can't beat him. You can't.
How the hell you know you can? He'd annihilate your goofball ass. Noobs, what the hell is going on? Hey, Noobs, don't you think Trump would annihilate this dude?
What, in a debate?
Yes.
Well, yeah, because I mean, we can already tell that, but I mean, everybody's got to start somewhere. That's all I'm going to say about this guy, because I
don't never want to hear no shit talking about no Stephen A. Smith for president. I lose my fucking mind.
No, nothing like that. But I mean, everybody has got to start somewhere with, with waking up and seeing what's going on around them. And so maybe this is his start.
He's starting to wake the fuck up. It's crazy. You know that what's the Rappaport, the actor guy? He's waking up too.
Yeah, there's a lot of folks in Hollywood. Some of them who you'd least expect, that are starting to come out of it.
But you know when I'm gonna know it's real? When Tom Hanks wake up, when Robert De Niro wake the fuck up, I'm gonna know it's real. Oh shit!
I have kind of lost hope for Tom Hanks, because let me tell you something. I always loved Tom Hanks as an actor.
What an incredible national treasure! That's stupid. You're literally Forrest Gump. Stupid he is, as stupid does.
Yeah. So
are you dumb or just plain stupid?
Yeah,
my
and I've got
stupid does.
I've got my own tinfoil hat theories to go along with him too.
Your mama sure do care about your schooling, son.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm telling you, this shit is fucking hilarious. I don't believe. If I wasn't living it in real time, sometimes I feel like I'm dreaming. I'm like, can I wake up now, please?
Mm-hmm.
This shit's crazy. What the hell?
You beat him. You're trying everything. You're engaging in lawfare. You keep coming up with stuff. It's Russian.
He admitted that shit. That's the first time I've heard a left winger. They are engaging in lawfare on an extreme level. He's damn near there.
He just hasn't realized who they is yet.
You know what? If he's saying things like that, he's almost there.
Just a little more research.
Oh my God.
You can do it.
I'm serious. He's almost there. He's saying now he's starting to parrot us.
So now he's just got to start putting, the start building the associations of who they is.
And then he'll be on ESPN, and then he'll leave ESPN and be on YouTube doing his content.
Because I know, just as sure as I'm standing here, that I mean, there's got to be lefties out there that listen to some of this stuff, and then they, even they can't fathom the mental gymnastics necessary to get from point A to point B. Somebody's got to come back and explain it to them.
Hey, he is literally being cleansed, and he don't even know it. Like he's like, I don't know what's going on. I need to go to church.
Red pill.
He's literally being cleansed. Like it's crazy. I'm literally watching him saying, he's gonna be like, I'm voting for Trump. Screw it. Like I'm in about. Look, the name of my channel is Provoke Thoughts. There's a guy that comes on here named Muse Black. He calls me the prophet. And sometimes I predict shit. This guy, before it's all said and done, Stephen A. Smith is going to endorse Trump.
Damn, dude. I just got, and I'm going to go with it just because of the name of the channel. We've got to do an avatar of you looking into your crystal ball.
It's gonna be gangster though. If I do it, it gotta be gangster. Okay?
Oh yeah, we'll come up with something.
So think about it. I watch a lot of wrestling. I watch a lot. Wrestling is the reason why is because it's satire. It's very satirical, and it does a lot of plays on life. The reason why I say that is because they actually use real life situations in order to reel people in. That is why they never have they rarely have a sold out crowd. It's WrestleMania season, and it's going to be sold out wherever it is, because they know how to tap into the mind of people and use satire. One of the things they did, it went back in the day when I was a youngin', Macho Man and Hulk Hogan, they used this man's girlfriend, Miss Elizabeth, to make a storyline beefier, knowing that in real life, he was a jealous ass man, and it would come off as real as possible. We are watching satire happen in front of our faces. Back in the day, they made Macho Man a heel because he was pissed because somebody was weaseling in on his girlfriend. And in hindsight, as an adult, I realized he was right. It's the craziest shit ever. But when they were when you indoctrinate people to like certain people and hate certain people, you can literally turn around the next week and make them hate certain people and like the other person that they hated a week ago. You can watch wrestling and it happens all the time. One of the reasons why Vince McMahon is in the shit that he's in right now is because of the fact that he knows this thing. Him and Donald Trump were actually pretty cool, to the point where he was actually on his wrestling show at one point at WrestleMania and all that good shit. So I know he knows how to create narratives and stories. That's why he knows that the media is fake fucking news. I need you people to think. I need you people to understand, and I need you all to like and share and subscribe to this fucking channel. I'm actually working on something new, and I want to share it with you guys. So just give me a moment while I get that together. But anyway, Noobs, as far as that's concerned and everything that I stated, how do you feel?
I feel like I don't know a damn thing about wrestling. Never watched it a day in my life.
You know what? It's satirical. It's very satirical. I knew at an early age it was fucking fake. And I knew that there was a story. But how do you come to that story? The Macho Man and Hulk Hogan had a beef about his girlfriend that was real. The only way that a comedian can be believed as an actual comedian is if he's telling the truth. The reason why we got great singers and songwriters is because of the fact that everybody has experienced some level of heartbreak, pain, wanted to go out and party, wanted to drink, do drugs. All of that shit. All of our entertainment at some point is based on some level of truth. Whether it's the truth you're living in right now, the truth that you want to live in, a fantasy or whatever, but somebody has experienced that shit. And that's one of the reasons why we're here today. One of the reasons why we're here today is because I sat here and I watched Surviving R. Kelly. And I saw Donald Trump experiencing the same shit.
And check this out. Look over here in the chat. We got Snoop Dogg is pro-Trump, and then Joe says, "I bet 50 Cent is pro-Trump too."
I'm almost certain.
I got a question though. Now, does anybody else think that Snoop Dogg and 50 Cent are getting to the point where maybe they're going to want to do their own record labels and distribution?
Well, Snoop already got one. He actually bought Death Row.
Okay, so do you think at any time that he's going to meet the same resistance as
Snoop Dogg has you know what? I would say if I was a betting man, I think so. Because of the fact that, and I'm going to go ahead and start yanking footage. Oh God. Now we're in the rabbit hole. We're in the Provoked Thoughts rabbit hole, y'all. So just hold on to your hats because we are going in there.
and because I'm thinking back to a lot of the other recording artists that wanted to do their own labels, and where are they now? Dead,
So
in
check this
jail.
out. We know, I
Hey there,
know for a fact, okay, that, and this is because I've seen it 1,000 times before, that it may not be today and it may not be tomorrow, but someday, if they actually said some shit about you, they are going to come and get you. And I know that at a point, Snoop Dogg is going to get got because, truth be told, he was a thug, drug dealer, and he sung about shit in his songs and all of that. And they're trying to make sure that they can convict you for the shit that you said in your fucking songs.
Yep.
I promise you, the 90s was an era where people talked about murder in their music. Rape. I'm sorry, R word. I'm sorry, R.
The point, though, is that all they have to, the only thing that needs to happen is that they have to want to do it. All they have to do is want to do Snoop Dogg in.
So look this shit up. Look this shit up, people, because it gets deep. Now, if you were, and I'm gonna let this play, and then I'm gonna say something that I need to say.
Well, yet another controversy for the NFL tonight. Just days before he is set to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show, rapper Snoop Dogg is facing some new.
It's always when you're about to do something special that they come up with these allegations. Always. Never fails.
Allegations of sexual assault and battery, the alleged victim filing a lawsuit in a California court. NewsNation correspondent Alex Capriello is live outside of.
Hey, Noobs, were you aware of this?
Nope.
SoFi Stadium. So, Alex, what can you tell us about these accusations?
Well, these accusations made against Snoop Dogg describe the 50-year-old rapper as a longtime predator.
How old is this?
This was like 3 years. You see that SoFi Stadium? You know that ain't old. That's SoFi Stadium in California. That's brand new back there.
Okay.
So, it's recent. And buddy, this is after all. This is in the midst and after all the R. Kelly saga and everything. And these people still won't come out and say, hey, man, he might be innocent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going through the same shit. They tried to destroy this man right before a monumental Super Bowl performance.
One who would promise jobs to some of his background dancers in return for sexual favors.
Just days before Super Bowl 56, damning accusations were levied against one of the biggest performers on Sunday, rapper Snoop Dogg. In a 33-page lawsuit filed in the Los Angeles federal court, one anonymous woman, identified as a backup dancer, claims she was assaulted, battered, and forced to perform oral sex on the rapper nearly a decade ago. The lawsuit details the incident from 2013, claiming Snoop Dogg trapped the woman in a bathroom.
I'm talking about yesteryear, buddy.
Yeah, and it's always like a decade ago, so they don't have to have anything except for their word.
Yesteryear. Shit. Ha. Wow. And if I wasn't to reserve judgment, Snoop, I could look at you with all your gray hair and your braids and shit and categorize you as not 10 years younger, but right now as a nasty creep. Just like they tried to do Donald Trump. Just like they did my boy R. Kelly. And let's keep it moving.
And forced himself on her. Because she was unwilling to engage, the lawsuit claims Snoop Dogg wouldn't hire her for future jobs.
Why do this shit... It sounds just the same. What the fuck? They nothing different, right?
Nope. Same
Snoop
card.
hasn't responded to News Nation's request for comment. But just days ago, moments after a closed-door attempt to sort through the allegations with the woman, he posted this on Instagram. Gold digger season is here. Keep your guards up and keep your circle small.
Very true.
Yep.
Now, the big question is whether or not Snoop Dogg is going to be allowed to continue to perform for the.
See, but he did get to perform,
Mm-hmm.
which was cool. But this is some bullshit. Like, it vexes my soul when I see this stupid shit. It's like over and over again, round and round we go.
Pepsi Super Bowl halftime show. We reached out to Pepsi and the NFL asking that exact question. We haven't heard back yet. Nicole?
Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can.
Nope, leave me alone. Subscribe to Provoke Thoughts Live, please. I'm such an ass. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Snow job in motion.
Oh, no, man, look, come on. The list gets long. It's crazy. Everybody can get it. Everybody.
If you have a 700 plus credit score, you qualify.
We'll go ahead and mute. Everybody can get it. There's nobody that's exempt to this shit. Watch.
So let's get right into it. The horrific sexual assault allegations leveled against R. Kelly were the subject of the 2019 Lifetime documentary Surviving R. Kelly, which not only received critical acclaim, but triggered a domino effect that led to the disgraced R&B singer's September 2021 conviction. However, Roy Farrell, one half of the Roy and Mal podcast and former co-host of the Joe Budden podcast, believes Surviving R. Kelly pales in comparison to a documentary about fellow R&B star Trey Songz, who has a long history of sexual assault allegations himself.
In 15 years, however long it's going to be, that Trey Songz doc.
And the crazy thing is, his career is half as long as R. Kelly's. I kind of don't believe it either. I don't believe it either. I just don't. I mean, they have video of him and 50 Cent and everybody hanging out. You know, this young fella right here, Trey Songz, and there was a hotel full of women. I'm talking women everywhere, waiting to chill with them. And I'm talking about, oh my goodness, man, it's like you can get in a situation, put yourself on the train tracks, and then blame the train when you get run over. It's ridiculous. So let's keep going.
Is going to be crazier than the R. Kelly one. Trey Songz is the most nasty, abusive, rapey, beats the shit out of women.
It's only a matter of time. You hear the shit that he's saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's only a matter of time for this young fella that actually idolized R. Kelly to go through the same shit.
Like, he is the scum of the fucking earth. Trey.
See how people's opinions scum of the earth. You ain't convicted. He's not convicted. And people are not reserving judgment. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like this is not America. I don't know what this is.
Songs is fucking disgusting. Like his.
And you see the black girl over there is like, man, I don't know what you're talking about. I like me some Trey Songz.
This doc is going to surpass. If you ever thought you could surpass an R. Kelly doc, I promise you, in 15 years, Trey Songz.
They say in 15 years, huh?
Doc will. He's an awful human being.
You can't even look at the
like
camera.
A terrible, terrible human being.
Santa Claus.
And somebody is gonna knock him the fuck out. This isn't
one violence. You know, there's no like reservement of judgment or nothing. It's just, oh, you're guilty, you're guilty, you're guilty. It might be his man. Look, that might be his little chick. He wish he could have a Trey Songz caliber female if that's the case. Oh God, because he's falling short. He's not. He need to cut his camera off. He need to be more like me.
story. This is personal that I know with, I'm not even exaggerating. Close to 15 to 20 women. I'm not even exaggerating. Kim the fuck out. This isn't one story. This is personal that I know with, I'm not even
How is it personal to you?
Exaggerating. Close to 15 to 20 women, all with the exact same experience.
That's the problem I got right there.
Unless he was in the room with them. I mean, what has he got? You know what I'm saying?
15 women all with the exact same experience. That should make you wonder what the fuck is going on even more, because nobody has the exact same experience, because people are different. So no female that is going to have the exact same experience because their personalities are different. The only thing that's the same is him.
And who is this guy anyway?
A dickhead running his fucking mouth. But I just want to just show you the mentality.
Well, I don't know who he is. I mean, what's he got to do with it? I mean,
nothing. He's doing commentary.
He's just some dude.
Yeah. Maybe his thought has been provoked, but not in the right direction, for God's sakes.
That I know not to be liars at all.
Trey Songz.
15 women that he knows not to be liars. So 15 females that Trey Songz knows. That's the dumbest shit ever.
Songz has faced a stream of disturbing allegations against women in the recent years, ranging from sexual assault to physical abuse. In February, the 37-year-old singer was sued for $20 million by a woman who claimed.
We're going to let that breathe for a minute if we can. On the screen. Damn. 20 million? Wow, G. What you think about that, Noobs?
I don't know any of the players.
Okay. What I want you to do, just a little bit of research. Trey Songz is an R&B singer that came out in about 2006. And he has a little sexual latent music, a little bit. Just a little bit. He's a good singer, good songwriter, whatever. He kind of reminds you of a person that's trying to be like an R. Kelly. So they've put allegations of him peeing on people and all type of shit. And I don't know what it is about piss.
I don't either. Like I said, I think it's just part of the same.
I think that's the sick fetish of the government.
And
you know what you ought to do?
Everywhere. Yeah.
You ought to just tell him that he took his dick out and pissed on you. That'd be great, wouldn't it? I wish somebody pissed on me. Type shit. Nasty son of a bitches. And then you convict the people for your nastiness. I don't understand what's happening. It's crazy because it's just knowing, and I'm presenting this to you because it's the same story. There's nothing really much different. So let's kind of move on.
And he anally raped her at a house party in Los Angeles in 2016. That came just months after former University of Las Vegas.
That's the type of stuff that was happening to R. Kelly on Twitter and shit, and all over the place. Females, this dude is a rapist, all on Twitter.
And these allegations are supposedly not the allegations themselves, but the supposed encounter is how long ago?
Oh man, it's in the it's like 10 years, like a decade. It's always like a decade.
Yeah, before they were famous, kind of thing.
Yeah, or right when they were getting famous.
Okay.
Like damn, money fucked them up that bad, huh? Wow.
Women's basketball star Dylan Gonzalez accused Trigger of raping her in a Las Vegas hotel. Insecure actor Serena's J. Jackson encored Rory's thoughts during an appearance on the Guy Next Door podcast in March, when he called Trigger out for his alleged behavior towards women.
Trey Songz.
Oh man, look at this dude. See, he look like he don't get no coochie no way. Sorry about that. That's just how I feel. Like he got to struggle for the shit.
Try to press women.
Because you can't press nobody. Ain't nobody finna give you nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
With that stupid ass hat on your head.
But then we'll turn down the fade when it came up to him for the fade.
What are you talking about, man? Oh, boo. That's crazy. Like you always got some man trying to, bro, get your life together. Get your whole life. That's for real. But it's so many people that have gotten caught up in ridiculousness on news. It's like when you look at it,
you have to be paranoid.
you got,
and that's just like what Snoop Dogg put up on the screen up there. He's like, keep your circles small, don't trust nobody, because they'll turn on you.
Yeah, I mean, you have to really understand that it's deep as hell. I'm sitting up here and Sunday, we kind of went through the Trump and R. Kelly connection. We went all the way through it and we showed you how. We showed you who. We showed you why. Why this was even possible, why it even happened, and what is what may be close to the end game. Because just when you think you got there, they switch it up.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you what they're going to try to do is they're going to try to deplete Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Before they want him to be financially crippled. If he's financially crippled, he can't fight for himself as the legal system comes for you, and you ain't got no damn money. Because they have unlimited resources.
I think the RNC should be paying his legal fees.
They have unlimited resources to go after this man. So we even got fellow businessmen that are highly pissed. And because of the simple fact that our country is coming after these people. No reason at all. And if they can come after Trump, like I said, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And that's not mine. That is the good Dr. Martin Luther King that lets you know if you allow it anywhere, it'll pop up everywhere.
It's going to be interesting to see these self-destructive cities deal with the problems that they're bringing themselves. Because I mean, every other day, you hear about Pittsburgh office buildings being vacant. People are leaving New York because they don't even want to do business in the state, much less the city. People leaving California in droves because they can't afford to make a living in California because everything is so goddamn expensive, from gas
right
to
in the
fucking
and you can buy a house in California and then the ground can shake and it can be gone tomorrow.
Well, that's neither here nor there, because
but still,
where you're at in Indiana, there's a fault line that runs right between you and me, and once that thing pops, we're all screwed. But who knows when that's going to happen? But I mean, it's the policies that these cities are imposing. They're self-destructive policies.
Mm-hmm.
So now you don't hear from all of these sanctuary cities anymore. The hospitals, the entire medical system in Southern California is completely overrun.
Mm.
They expect that by this next year, they are going to lose something in the amount of $800 million on uninsured illegal immigrants. That's just in Southern California.
All right, so let's see real quick how people are really feeling about how this is affecting them and their banks. I mean, people are really getting affected by this.
Well, the Trump team is now asking an appeals court to pause the nearly $500 million judgment or reduce his bond.
I believe that $500 million judgment is cruel and unusual punishment.
Well, it's nonsense is what it is. It's nonsense. Everything that they've done, to this point is illegal, and it's been allowed to go on. And, if you don't have the big lawyer in the state, if he's not honest, he doesn't come down and correct these other people for doing illegal shit, particularly if they're in on it. And so they're going to try to, use and weaponize the system to roll him over, even though it's complete nonsense.
And straight bullshit. But let's keep it moving.
Bond to $100 million. The New York Post calling the unprecedented case a high seize by the strong arm of the law. And critics have pointed out Attorney General James campaigned on getting Trump.
I will never be afraid to challenge this illegitimate president when our fundamental rights are at stake. I believe that the president of these United States can be indicted for criminal offenses.
Please sue him for us. Oh, we're going to definitely sue him. We're going to be a real pain in the He's going to know my name personally.
That man in the White House who can't go a day without threatening our fundamental rights. Yes, we need to focus on Donald Trump and his abuses. We need to follow his money. We need to find out where he's laundered money. We need to
try to dig up a crime.
Conspiracy. It's important that everyone understand that the days of Donald Trump are coming to an end.
She needs to go to fucking jail.
Yeah.
She needs to go to jail. And the first thing that they're going to take is the Trump Tower because they're some spiteful pieces of shit. And they know that that's his pride and fucking joy.
I think they're going to have one hell of a fight before they get anything.
This is not America, bro. What the fuck is this? Look, I'm a black person. And a lot of people blindly just root for people. But this lady right here, man, this is the biggest piece of fucking monkey trailer crap I've ever seen in my life.
To going into the office of Attorney General every day.
Every day.
Suing him.
Suing him.
Defending your rights.
You ain't defending my shit.
And then going home.
You need to carry your stupid ass home. Fuck.
Well, she made good on that promise. With that, let's go live to Eric Shawn with more on former President Trump's bond problems. Eric.
Yeah, talk about a problem, Kaylee. Donald Trump now has 6 days to come up with that $450.
The more I look at this shit, noobs, it feels like a robbery.
It is. It's blatant theft, criminal theft, and not just that. It's organized crime.
This shit feel like a fucking robbery, like right in our faces.
Yep.
She shopped for a judge that was just as goofball as her.
Mm-hmm. And why isn't the appeals court ready for this?
And anybody who can look at Engoron's goofy ass knows that he's clearly LGBTQ. The man probably wears wigs.
I don't even want to go there.
Who gives a shit? But I'm just saying it. Yeah. I don't live in New York. Fuck him.
Yeah. I think if anybody's got a gerbil stuffed up his ass, it's probably that guy.
More than likely. Keep it moving.
$4 million. And if he can't, he could lose his properties like Trump Tower, seized by the New York State Attorney General. Trump must fork over a bond worth nearly $500 million in order to satisfy that judgment. set by Judge Arthur Engoron in Trump's real estate civil fraud trial. You may remember that Engoron found that the Trump organization overvalued its real estate assets to get better loan terms from banks. Well, now the former president is asking an appeals court, though, to pause the judgment or accept a lower bond of only $100 million. Trump's attorneys wrote in the court filing this, quote, obtaining such cash through a fire sale of real estate holdings would inevitably result in massive, irrecoverable losses, textbook irreparable injury. Well, if Mr. Trump doesn't meet the deadline on Monday, Attorney General Letitia James, who brought the case, could potentially freeze his bank account.
The biggest problem that I have with all of these statements and responses from these lawyers, why don't any of these, responses include terminology along the lines of, this is a deliberate attempt to ruin my client through the weaponization of the judicial system and prevent him from becoming the president of the United States. Why don't we see language like that in any of these things from his attorney? Because it's plain as the fucking nose on my face.
And then even
truthfully, a baby could see this shit.
You know,
they are literally trying to make sure.
Yeah, and it's no other thing, because that's why the amounts are ridiculous. That's why the charges are ridiculous. That's why every piece of this is ridiculous. And so, how did we get? This is what what do they call that? Whenever speech that doesn't offend anybody, politically correct bullshit gets you, because you can't call a spade and bullshit.
Right, because they want to call it and coin it a phrase and call it hate speech.
Yeah, and so we all got to sit here and watch this act. We got to watch this woman act instead of just getting down to the real material and calling it what it is, which is, a snow job.
Oh my God. Wow.
Even go after some of his real estate properties, like the iconic Trump Tower, to satisfy the judgment. Trump says that would be unfair, pending the final outcome of his appeal. The Chubb Insurance Company is covering a bond for Trump.
Why wouldn't you, if they did all of this shit to you, and you fuck around and win the presidency, why wouldn't you fuck everybody up? I don't even think Donald Trump gonna even do that shit. But if I did it, I'll wait till the last year and I'll mop the floor with these motherfuckers.
Right, there'd be investigations everywhere. I mean, no doubt. And the people who are, in on the take and that sort of thing. Yeah.
He's gonna get revenge. He's gonna weaponize. Why wouldn't you? Shit. I would. Mm-hmm. You all used every resource you possibly could. You dug in my trash. You did everything you could to try to find anything on me. Screw you. I'm gonna make your life a living hell.
Yeah. And got squat. That's what they got. And that's why they're panicking.
And that's why you got to say, he said, oh my God, he's going to be a dictator. Oh my God, it's going to be a bloodbath. What does that even mean? Dummies. And then you parade this goof troop rodeo bozo the clown out here.
Trump to pay the $83 million judgment from the E. Jean Carroll case.
What is that? What is that? Hey, we get the money. And then you go on live television and show what I knew all along about you from what I saw in footage, that you're clearly lesbian. Because you went straight for Rachel Maddow's throat. Fuck.
And that jury found that Trump was liable for sexually abusing her back in the 1990s. And
he didn't do shit to that lame ass heifer.
Second jury found that he defamed her. Well, that
He didn't defame her. He proclaimed his innocence.
bond was accepted by Chubb because he had the cash to cover it. But Chubb now reportedly declined accepting.
I can remember when R. Kelly told the world that I went to the bank for the first time by myself. And after a 30-year career, he only had $300,000 in the bank. And they ran his fucking business like crazy. They immediately changed his net worth to negative $2 million on Wikipedia and any site that would possibly be able to record it. Immediately. And that's what they're trying to do to this man. They're trying to deplete him. They're trying to make it to where he can't even ask for a loan or a promissory note or some type of a bond from anybody. That is cruel. If nobody can post his bond, that's cruel and unusual punishment.
But that's not even the point. The point is that what they're doing is illegal.
Absolutely.
And apparently in this, like I say, we got to sit here and watch this drama like we don't know what's happening and wait for the gears to turn to a certain point before somebody with common sense is able to step in. It's a ridiculous system and it's broken.
There's a lot of children in the room and not enough adults.
Yeah.
Shit. All these entitled people, they think that they're entitled to his money. It's craziness.
That's a big problem lately, that sense of entitlement.
People think they're entitled to other people's money.
The larger bond, and that leaves Mr. Trump now on the edge of a.
And see, that's the bullshit, all this arm-locked shit and all that. Why are you locked arms when you walk out of this place by your damn self? All of these theatrics.
Financial cliff. This is the way it works. In order to post the bond, insurance companies basically need cash as collateral. They are not relying on just his real estate assets because he apparently doesn't have all that money in the bank. The 30 insurance companies his lawyers said that they approached to post the bond, well, all 30 said no. Kaylee?
Eric Sean, thank you very much.
Sorry. Yeah.
Kevin, you just heard Eric lay out a fire sale, and that would essentially make former President Trump sell his assets at a reduced cost. And if he wins on the appeal, it's easy to ask how that's fair that he's then engaged in this fire sale. But not only that, Wall Street Journal editorial board says insurers may also fear Miss James' legal retribution. That's highly problematic. And you've made this point many times. They say anyone who does business in New York ought to worry about how Miss James could likewise twist the screws on them.
Yeah, I don't think it's a case about Trump at all anymore. I think people should be thinking about the policy being put in place here, the competitiveness of New York State versus other U.S. states, but more importantly, the message about the American brand. You think about America, the reason this is the #1 economy on earth is that we have laws and we have due process and we have property rights. It attracts foreign capital from all around the world. All of that is being shaken to the core here. The concept of seizing assets in 30 days on a bond number that's never been issued. No insurance bond company's ever issued anything near this.
So here's my problem. I always thought that if a crime was committed to you or against you, that you would call the authorities and maybe the police would come, file some sort of report. I didn't think that a person would be on the campaign trail saying that they were going to go all in the person's financial records and shit and press these fucking charges. Nobody was looking for anything with Donald Trump as far as his finances were concerned. You took a shovel and dug into this man's life because you didn't like this man, Letitia James. And you decided that you were going to try to ruin his life because you were watching CNN and MSNBC and you believed that this man was a racist, even though before
I
he
don't
even,
I don't
even
think she believed any of that.
before he dated Melania, he was dating a mixed biracial black white woman.
Yeah,
Was in a relationship for 2 years.
this is the thing though. You're assuming that Letitia Jane is doing this, you know,
Oh,
for her own, just her own kind of self-satisfaction. And although that may be part of it, it's like I
this is
said
gender
before,
based as well.
somebody's pulling her strings.
It's gender based as well. If somebody is compensating her for her feelings and behavior and willingness to do it. Because the way that she looked at that man in that courtroom with the level of vitriol, it was personal. She took a personal stake in it. She looked at that man in that courtroom like he murdered somebody.
Yeah, but look how many times that, he made her look a fool.
She's a
She started
fool.
all well,
She
exactly.
is.
But I mean, like I said, she's not even smart enough to pull this off by herself. This is, like I said, this is organized crime. This is a concerted effort. It's not just her.
It's crazy how we can uncover real Ricos in 2 cases.
Mm. And the real Ricos are on behalf of the government.
That's crazy that we've uncovered real Ricos within a Rico.
Yeah, because it is a conspiracy to try to do this man in the way that they're trying to do it.
Yeah,
Illegally.
it is a group.
Illegally. Yeah.
It's a group of people organized for an illegal purpose and a common goal.
Yep. And so,
yeah,
confession through projection.
right. Everything that they're accusing Donald Trump of doing
They're doing.
or going to do, they're doing it. It's amazing to me. It's amazing. Like they're literally doing this. Oh my God, he's going to do this, and oh my God, he's going to do that. You're doing it. You're hitting him, and then if he swings, oh, don't hit me.
And they can't get him legitimately, and so they got to try to do it financially. They can't get him on anything criminal. Nothing at all.
You're trying to deplete the man, and that's pissing me off. That's what's making me mad. You're trying to take away a man's ability to defend himself, and I watched it already.
Yeah. And I don't know about all y'all, but every time they do something stupid like this, I send Trump more money.
My goodness, I mean, they are literally depleting a man for no reason at all, just because they don't like him, just because they're afraid that he's going to drain the swamp and expose you for stealing money from the American citizens.
Yeah.
Which is what you're doing. And I wouldn't be surprised if they took Trump Tower and tried to turn it into an immigrant center. I wouldn't be surprised. Would you be surprised?
I think they've got a fight coming because I think, once this case gets outside of New York City, then it's going to become an even bigger problem for them because it's not legitimate. So I mean, any legitimate judge and jury, would can see this for what it is. And so I think, eventually it's going to be a problem for them. And I'm starting to doubt that, and I've doubted for a while now that they're going to achieve their goal in time to stop him.
With having to find another special counsel because I promise you, Fani Willis is not going to be on this case. It's not going to work.
Yeah, so we're starting to see her issues already, and we're going to start to see that same kind of thing, for Engeron and Letitia James as well.
She still has to give old boy those documents. She still hasn't given the documents up.
Yeah.
And she's going to be held in contempt of Congress if she doesn't.
Yeah, and so that that's why I think they've still more to come. The jury is literally still out on that whole thing.
Like, stay tuned, people.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be crazy. So let's listen to my man O'Leary as he break this shit down, okay?
Yeah, and
He's
this
gonna
guy's
do
been
it.
saying this. He's been talking about this, even before, the Trump thing came
I
up.
know if one person ain't gonna do no business in New York no more, it's Kevin O'Leary.
There's lots of people that
He's
are.
definitely done.
Yep. And now New York is trying to pass legislation where, like similar to what California is trying to do, where, if you ever set foot in the state for any damn reason, then they can tax you forever. Just crap like that.
Bullshit.
There was no chance it was going to happen. And only giving 30 days notice and time, that's a really bad message. And I think New Yorkers should think well past Trump. Whether he's president or not, or whether this attorney general is gone in 4 years or not, it's irrelevant. This is case setting against.
I love the way he thinks.
Mm-hmm.
You got to take him out of the equation.
Right. Because if they do it to one person, they can do it to anybody. All they have to do is have the whim.
Right. Or a reason.
They don't even need a reason.
Yeah, at this point, they did it for a reason, but now it becomes whimsical. Oh, I don't like him. Fuck his whole life up. I get it. Let's go.
The American brand, the most stable country on earth, anywhere to put capital to work over a long period of time, particularly in real estate, is the United States of America. This is an assault on what we believe to be core. And I find it extraordinary. I think it's very troubling. It has absolutely nothing to do with Donald Trump at this point, in my view, and it is completely bipartisan. This is an attack on America. And I don't know how you can look at it any other way. And as an investor, and I know plenty of investors who are
It's definitely an attack on free enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely an attack on a businessman that started from the ground up. It's an attack on anybody who actually buys a home and gets a refinance. It's an attack on any person that has a business and wants to get a loan. Because the thing about it is the bank literally comes out and does their own appraisal.
And I'll whack you again, with those, you're talking about startup businesses and small businesses and that sort of thing, and they gotta hire a kid to clean the bathrooms and sweep the floors. Guess what? That kid gets $20 an hour.
Shit. All right.
All right. So I gotta start my business and pay some kid $20 an hour to sweep the floor.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, you damn right. Okay, let's go.
completely disturbed by this. But I mean, no one is going to put any money to work in New York in these amounts until this thing settles down. The whole world is watching, and everybody's waiting for one thing we haven't got yet: adult supervision. Where is it? Where are the adults in this crazy?
That's what we've been saying, huh?
I just said that shit a few minutes ago.
That's what we've been saying. We've been talking that for a week.
Where the fuck are the grown people? Jesus.
Yeah. Why are all these kids in these courtrooms, man? Where's the grown people?
You're acting a fool. Shit. Jesus.
Narrative. Certainly there's got to be adult supervision at some point. And I understand, you know, the war going on here and all the political yada, yada, woof, woof, woof. But we need an adult in the room now. This is the United States of America under siege.
Yeah, that's what very well said. Emily,
It's a bloodbath. Is what it is.
That's horrible, but I'll take it.
It's a fucking bloodbath.
I think the million-dollar question is what happens Monday if this deadline comes? Letitia James has threatened to seize assets, which seems incomprehensible. What happens Monday?
I think Trump gonna find some way to pony up this fucking money. That's the funny part.
Well, what needs to happen is that the appeals court needs to step in and stop the nonsense. It's gone on already too far. All right. Where is the Bar Association? Where are all these people, the checks and balances that are supposed to be in place? None of that is working. They've circumvented it all by creating laws and then holding it in a quote unquote civil court. It's not lawful. It's not legitimate.
Nope. You might as well have had Judge Wapner in the People's Court decide, or Judge Judy.
You might as well have come in and stood before the Spanish Inquisition, because it was all a setup beforehand. They're going to burn the people that they want to burn. And, you know, the court is just a kangaroo court. It's just a formality. It's just eyewash. It's not real.
They have court just because they have to.
Yeah, they're trying to fill the squares. And then again, you know, it's just drama. It's theater.
Yeah. Because the mentality is lock them up. They don't give a fuck about the court proceeding. That's just to put the kibosh on the shit. When you have judges that say, I already figured out that you're guilty, we're just going to figure out how much money you're going to pay.
Right. Well, and he didn't, in a lot of the cases, they already had the amount determined beforehand.
Absolutely.
You know, so what does that tell you?
That it's a fucking setup. Yeah, it's been crazy. Hey, Lex, come on in, man, if you can. It's been interesting, man, just to see what the heck is going on. You know, and of course, you know, I've been doing my little thing and I've been creating, so I'm gonna go ahead and go into one of those little creation breaks and show you what the heck I've done, people.
Uh-oh.
Noobs gets afraid, but it's always a treat.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of, you know, hair I'm gonna see on fire here.
You know, I just think, bro, you know, I think on my feet a lot, and it's just like I love to have fun. So basically, we want to look at something here. You know, this is my man Joe Biden. You know, he has his struggles and shit. You know, reading teleprompters, and this started when he was a child. Man, he was in class, you know, with young Trump and young Tucker, and young Ramaswamy, young Fannie, and young Michelle Obama. And I think that this is soon to be wife somewhere in the future, right here. You know, so let's see what happens when he tries to read a little bit.
Put it out, dude. You're gonna get us in trouble.
Today, Junior.
Put it out, dude. You're gonna get us in trouble.
Today, Junior.
I thought that we would just enjoy that for a little moment, you know.
You got too much time on your hands.
Today, Junior.
Pipefy is organized
That's
to make
actually
it easier to break down your work and turn it into a
that's pretty
streamlined
fucking
process.
hilarious. I'm sorry. I don't. I work and I don't really do anything at work. So, I mean, when you're at work, you just grab your phone, and the next thing you know, don't judge me. Just go with it. Noob's like, I'm trying. But I don't know where you go.
Yeah, I got nothing, man. I got.
Just go with it. I mean, just go to sleep. Don't even worry about it. Just you find out when we get there. You know.
Now, did you check out that video that I sent you the link to earlier today?
I don't think that I haven't had the chance.
I don't think you did either. I think you kept getting sidetracked. So I'm going to bring that up now. And so this, in the new environment in which we currently exist, okay, this is how you get paid. All right. And so everybody needs to pay close attention. This is a public service announcement. Let's
Okay.
see, where is this guy? Yeah, here we go. Yeah. All right. She's up there now.
Yeah, I think I see her. Hold on, let me get to her.
There we go. And you getting the sound? You're not getting the sound, are you?
Let me see. No.
Wait a minute.
Oh, I'm an illegal immigrant, and I speak in New England. I speak in New England, my friend. Put 50 million on my card. Hey, my name Paco. I speak in New English. I come here from my country. I come here to get help. My friend, I identify as an illegal immigrant.
Yeah, you get the idea. The rest of it looks like that.
Wait a minute, what the fuck was that about?
So there you go. That's how you go. All you got to do is just give up your citizenship and then go and get your card.
Man, I promise you, look, that shit is fucking crazy. That is funny as fuck. What the fuck was that?
That guy, his name is Terrence Williams, and he's got some pretty good videos. You got to go check him out sometime.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely do that, man. You know what? I've been actually moving around and getting and people show love, man. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so let me see. I was trying to get to another little video real quick or something. But before we do that, I just want to kind of pick Noob's brain.
There's going to be a test. Wait a minute. Do I have to get loaded for this? Or
no, you don't.
Right.
You know. You can take a pause for the calls. You know, I've been doing my thing since I got online. But I don't know, man. Like, so in hindsight, the reason why I brought this bloodbath thing up is because I've literally watched in situations where people have taken words and twisted them with people, man. And you see it right in our face, man. What do you think about the fact that the left is now recognizing that shit for what it really is?
This goes back to the conversations that we've had about the pendulum swinging. You know what I mean? Because I am not going to pretend even for a second that the Republican side is without sin. You know what I mean? And so
absolutely.
And as we go further back into history, we see where, the pendulum swung way too far to the right, and now I think we're seeing the reaction from that because now we've gone way too far to the left. And at some point, I think it's going to level out a little bit. But we're at a point now where I think it's going to be worse before it gets better, mostly because the people that control the majority of the world's money think that this leftist mentality is the way to go, and for some reason they think that that's how they're going to save the world or whatever. So even though it's been proven over and over again to not work.
So some stupid shit that I was hearing a few years back is you want to be on the right side of history. You got to make sure that you're on the right side of history. Do you remember that shit?
Yes.
And now that in hindsight, it's a lot of people that's on the wrong side of history.
Well, I don't know. In of course that has happened, but I think more importantly is that actual history, what really happened, gets twisted and ignored.
Mm-hmm.
And so it is as terrible as it is to say, everybody lives in a fishbowl. And what I mean by that is, unless you're ageless and omnipotent, you can only take in so much information, so everybody's perspective is going to be different.
Mm-hmm. Hey, but you know what? I'm gonna take my perspective on some shit for real. I feel like that people that came to that quote unquote insurrection, the only thing they came prepared to do was be in a fist fight.
I don't even think they came prepared for that.
But that's the only thing they could have did.
Right. It was never intended to be any kind of insurrection at all. That's just phony baloney, you know. That was something that Democrats made, you know, a phrase in order to make headlines and weaponize. But yeah, like you said, nobody shows up to an insurrection without, you know, being armed. Who are they going to overthrow?
Especially when I don't even go to the fucking gas station without my gun.
Yeah. Well,
period.
In a lot of places, you know, at least in constitutional states, you know, you can go anywhere, you know, with your sidearm. You're expected to protect yourself.
Right. I'm supposed to be able to do everything I can to make sure I make it home.
Yeah. Not if you live in a city, though. And if you live in a city, you're expected to just, you know, take that bullet or whatever, and then, you know, let the police go find the bad guy, you know, from clues left on your corpse. That's what
Nope.
you're expected to do.
Fuck that.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not down with that either.
And that's why you probably live in the trees somewhere.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm way out in the ding toolies, man. And I got a clear line of fire at 360 degrees.
Say, what are you doing on my property? You're screaming at a motherfucker from 150 yards away.
Well, no, because chances are, unless they're familiar with the property, there's probably a steel silhouette really close to them somewhere, and all they're going to get, they're not going to get conversation. They're just going to hear that gong.
Damn right. Damn right. So I kind of want to segue into something real quick. I'm trying to pull something up. I was taking my time BSing around, and I still ain't pulled it the fuck up. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me. But I am about to get into the merch game, people. So we're gonna have a little swag and everything on my channel.
And you're going to bring that up on your screen, right?
Oh my goodness. Do you think? I would hope so. So basically what's happening here is, you know, I've been trying to think about how I want to do a few things for my people and make sure that everybody has a little something from me, you know. So I am actually getting off these wonderful I'll be selling a few t-shirts. Hold on, give me a second. You can get it together and make it big. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge. Can you imagine? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get full screen. So I got the t-shirts and everything that's about to start happening here. Actually, they are available right now, immediately, however, for purchase and delivery to your home. And it is at bonfire.com/provoke -thoughts-t-shirt. Actually, bonfire.com /provoked -thoughts-t-shirts, and you can get yourself a t-shirt. So we're gonna go ahead and go through here. I got a few items that I have created, you know, for consumption. And of course, I have my Injustice Anywhere is a Threat to Justice Everywhere t-shirt, along with my hoodie, and along with a sweatshirt, and my favorite and Noobs' favorite, the black t-shirt. I like that one. What you think about that one, Noob?
I want I want the provoked thoughts one. Like
Oh,
one of
do
those
you?
ones.
Oh,
Yep,
do you
that's
really? Do you really? Let's go. So we're
yep.
gonna go ahead and take a look at that one.
That's the one right there. Yep.
And we have the all black right there. So we can
Yep.
go ahead and get that.
That's the noob shirt.
Absolutely, sir. Hey, look, that's a good weekend shirt, you know?
Yep.
Say you smelling like barbecue smoke.
Yep. And
Okay,
and I'm waiting because it's happened to me before. I'm waiting, for that first dude that just wants to make, or dudette, I'm not particular, that just wants to make conversation and they ask what the t-shirt's about.
Absolutely. So of course we got a wonderful Trump shirt here. Truthful, reasonable, unapologetic, magnificent president. Right? I'm working on my R. Kelly stuff. I got a couple shirts and I got some templates. So tonight, once we get off our live, I'm going to go ahead and do some nice work for my R. Kelly supporters, my grassroots people. But for right now, I got my beautiful I Love Lucy style. I love R. Kelly.
I have a suggestion
What do you
for
mean?
your R. Kelly shirt.
Oh, go ahead. I mean, I got some ideas too, but that was just real
Well,
quick.
and you can work it in or not work it in.
Yeah,
or
I wasn't in
but
front of my shit. So
for your R. Kelly shirt, it should probably reference like your let's call them founding members, the founding members of your channel.
Yeah.
So you get do a limited thing, that has to do with your channel and R. Kelly and that sort of thing, and make it a limited run. So the folks that are here now, they're the only ones that got the founding member.
Oh yeah, so all these shirts you got about 15 days. Well, actually 14 days, 52 hours, 30 seconds, and counting down to go ahead and get your shirt. And make sure that you have something to represent the Provoked Thoughts brand for all my provoked thinkers. Also, make sure that you like, share, and you subscribe to my channel. Make sure that if you want to support the channel and help the channel grow, you can hit the Cash App and make sure that we are straight. That helps us to make sure the bills is paid and we get the fucking lights on and keep this shit moving. You hear me? On that note, we're going to go ahead and get away from that. But if you want to go ahead and make sure I put it in the chat for everybody so that everybody can go. If you want to get your little shirt, I know, it's a little high and little shipping and stuff, but I know y'all spend $30 on some bullshit. So I know good damn well you can support a boy that's trying to get Trump together and get my boy R. Kelly together. That's what we are doing here. And a lot of people might look at me and think I'm fucking crazy, but I'm well in control of my faculties, have an excellent grasp of grammar and syntax, and we are going to make sure that we articulate this situation properly so that we can help the people that we feel have been dealt a grave injustice.
Now, so none of that is mutually exclusive. You can still be crazy. I'm just throwing that out there. Yeah.
Well, I'm absolutely fucking insane. I'm sitting here on a live with a bowl of fucking ramen noodles, which are so fucking delicious. I don't know, I mean, hey, hoping ain't no MSG in this shit.
I don't think they use that anymore.
Well, they you never know with these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
All
right, man.
So, tell you what, try to keep it. I'm trying to keep it at the 2-hour mark. Try to get out of here at 11. But we were 10 minutes over. Like I said, make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe. Make sure that you go to my website and check out some of the t-shirts. There'll be different content coming on a regular basis. I'm going to try to make sure that we grow. I'll have coffee cups. I might have some water bottles. Nisimo wasn't here today, but she's a great proxy, great businesswoman with a great mind that's actually trying to help to move this thing and move the channel along, just like Brother Noobs, just like Big Vi, and everybody who comes in. I appreciate everybody. Shout out to my chats, which I want to shout out to Big Vi, of course, for being in here. Lex, C-Star, Joe Brandon, which he let me know that he couldn't wait for the show to start, and I appreciate you being there. I actually appreciate my boy Noobs for being in here, always holding it down since he got here. Muse Black, Thank you, Yellow Beezy, man. I dropped the link, but I don't know where the hell you was at. You ain't come in. So I really appreciate everybody for being here tonight. Catch me tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and, you know, kind of brainstorm on what we're going to talk about tomorrow. I may have to call my guy here after the fact. But it's been a pleasure. You all have an amazing night, okay?
Good night, everybody.
All right.
How long before we start up the movement? How long we gon' keep letting them do us? How long before we start up the movement? How long we gon' keep letting them do us? How long before we say fuck this piece shit and grab them clappers? How long before we lose our voices shouting Black Lives Matter? How long we gon' keep letting them disrespect our president? How long we gon' keep letting them terrorize our residents? I'm sick of this shit. It's word to Bernie Mac. How long before we police ourselves, take our own streets back? How long for Uncle Tom here and hate on this shit? How long before they take a shot at me for making this shit? How long I gotta wait for justice for Josiah Shaw? How long we gotta fake it till we can take it and whack 'em all? How long we not gonna make these youngins pull their pants up? How long we gonna keep letting them shoot us down with our hands up? How long we gonna keep killing our own and making these streets hot? How long will what I say to you stay with you when the beat stop? How long's your attention span? How long you watch the news? You ain't down to shake shit up with the rebels for the cause? I ain't talking to you.